Bada bing. Oh no, hold on. There we go. Bada bing. Oh no, still hold on. No wait. I'm flubbing it. Bada bing. Okay. There we go. We're live.
Woohoo!
Professional.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to make the music not too loud, but also like hearable.
Audible?
Hearable.
Yeah, the correct term is here.
Yeah, the correct term.
I'm sorry.
Ear friendly. Earworthy. Anyway, hello. I don't know if anybody's here yet. I'm not on the OBS screen at the moment. However, we're gonna do D&D tonight for the first time guys, it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
True.
I was like all thrown off last week. I was like, what?
So sorry.
Yeah, oh man, last week was we were supposed to not have one of the games, but only one game. It was like the games got switched somehow. I think, right? We were supposed to only have one.
Yeah. Because like last minute, Matt reminded me that was the last week.
And not this week.
Going to Spain.
Yeah, me and Scott thought the other game that's not televised and not anything else was supposed to be last game this week. But Matt was like, nope, we're going to play at 11 tonight. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. We have the other game. And then you guys were like, no, we can't do that. Sorry, forgot. And I was like, okay, wait a minute, this is fine then.
It was the time.
Yeah, and then James also had to cancel the other game, so it's just been no D&D for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I had a weird like D&D decompression.
Yeah, right?
Healthy. You need it sometimes.
Yeah, it's too much sometimes.
No.
And I got to meet a puppy, so
Ooh.
I'm not
That's
super
fun.
sorry about it.
What kind of puppy?
Feed the addiction.
A American Bulldog mixed with a Saint Bernard.
That's a weird combo.
She really just looks American Bulldog, but we'll see
Like
when she gets
huge.
bigger. Oh yeah, she's only 7 months old, and she's already bigger than my yellow lab. So,
Oh boy.
Oh man, Chief.
Chief.
How old is he now?
He 8 and a half.
Oh,
Yep.
Old man.
oh man.
He's an old mean man.
All right. So before we start, just the quick heads up. We're not going to be looking at chat. Well, looking at chat, but I'm not going to be responding to chat unless like a raid comes in, because I feel like that's rude. Otherwise, and then what else? Everything's homebrew. That's it. We're just gonna. I'm tired today. I'm very tired today. So I'm gonna try and keep the energy high. And if I can't, we'll see. Do you guys remember where we left off? Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Great.
Do you guys remember where we left off?
I think you
Kind of.
guys were on an airship, and no, that's the other.
You know, that's the other. That's
Oh.
wrong campaign.
Why?
What, am I a vampire in this one? Do I drink people?
No, a different campaign. It's a different campaign.
All right.
See, we cleared a town out of some baby dragons.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, I think we were like literally going to take a nap and leave tomorrow. I think
Yes.
that's where we left off, like getting ready to go to the hotel that the mayor was pointing us to.
You were in this town down here. I want to, if you just follow my finger, this one.
Yes.
Levasis. There we go. You were in that town.
I got it.
So after getting after everyone met up in Crow's Beak, I don't know, nobody can see my mouse. I don't know why I'm doing that like some kind of schlub. Maybe I can.
I try to gesture to you guys. I don't even have my camera on.
Yeah, right?
Like, I do it constantly.
There's I think there's a way for me to like put little I know there's a way for me to put little things on screen, but I'm not going to try that right now. What we're going to do is, you guys met in Crow's Beak. at this point in game, like 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Actually, no, like 2 weeks ago. Not even that long. Because you spent
that we met.
yeah, you spent like
It hasn't been. It's been like 2 or 3 days.
no, because you were on the road for about 4 days, I think.
No, we were on the road for like 3 days.
Was it 3 days?
It was really short, and we were not on the road.
You've known
long.
each other
We
for a
only
week
slept
now.
1 day.
Because you were in Crow's Beak for like 2 days, 2 or 3 days,
Yeah.
right?
And then we were 1 day on the road.
Yep.
And then now this is day 4, and we're about to go to sleep and go into day 5.
Tec-
It's been no time.
Technically, you were on the road for 2 days. You only slept once, but you were on the road for 2 full days.
Hmm.
So that's a week. You've known each other for 1 week at this point. We got it, guys. We got it.
We're all best friends.
Yeah, and you're all best friends immediately, just like any other D&D game. But after getting your kind of mission from Artemis, a part of the leader of the Aether Syndicate, to escort your new friend, Gruick, to the capital to kind of not like a holding cell, just to escort him to the capital, to their HQ, so that he can be questioned by her and the rest of the team about what's going on with her brother Apollo and their doings.
I think that there is a mix-up in your notes because he is escorting us.
Right? No, I am absolutely wrong there. You did indeed pay him to escort you to the capital, so that there was no trouble at all getting him to go there with you guys.
Nope.
Along the journey, you guys, along the journey from Crow's Beak to the next city over, Lavasis, you actually notice that there's some strange things happening. You saw it was midsummer, but you saw a whole bunch of snow and frost and found a dead giant white dragon. And inside you found some cool things, but the weirder things were on the inside of the walls of Lavasis itself, as it looked like it was being overrun by a bunch of little baby white dragons. You also met, when you went in to see what was going on, you guys met up with the orc crew, which... Who was it again? I think it was the Razor Tusk.
Yes.
I have a bunch of different ones that I was going to go with. Yeah, the Razor Tusks. They told everybody and you that they were contracted to go and kill that large white dragon. But they didn't know about the babies. So you helped them kind of take the babies in. Well, one of them attacked you directly, and you had to, after almost dying to it, you had to put it out of its misery, I guess, with a gout of flame. And then one of the other 3 also had to be taken down because it was getting very aggressive. And the third one was trapped and seems to be unresponsive, more ferocious than any kind of. You can't communicate with it. There we go. I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. After you dispatched everything, snow still all over the ground. It looks like some kind of winter beast flew through this town in the middle of summer. You guys were shown you were shown the directions of a very nice tavern that the mayor recommended that you guys could stay and get some sleep before you set out for the capital. And that's where we left off. So I'd say you guys got a long rest if you didn't put the long rest in. But you did get a long rest. No level up yet. As I think Scott asked before.
Yeah, we killed a small dragon.
It was a small one, though. It was a challenge rating 2.
And helped catch another one. Almost killed everyone.
So...
It's like in Dragon Ball Z. Every time you almost die, you get strong.
Yeah, you're right. No, you are right. You are right. So everybody should be like level 12. Everybody make your characters level 12. But as you guys are just sleeping soundly and actually no, Edna would probably be awake at this point because you wake up very early, don't you? I would say I was looking at all of your character sheets beforehand so that I could do this, but then I forgot. Everyone, especially Edna since you're already awake, but everyone, you are woken up by a slight rumbling. You can feel it. It feels kind of like an earthquake, but you know earthquakes are not common around here, so it's a little bit startling. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna pop out of bed, get my stuff, and head downstairs. Meet up with the gang.
Same thing.
As everybody's like waking up and getting a whatever kind of things that you need to prepare for your day, you walk out into the hallway of this inn, and you are immediately met with a bunch more people who are also walking out of their doors and looking around and trying to figure out what's going on with the rattling and the rumbling. It's not going away. It's been going on for like a good minute or two now. And you can see it looks like there's a small crowd of people at one of the doors. One of them being the tavern keeper here, who you remember seeing and buying your room from. Just a human man looking into the door of one of the rooms that I would say everybody knows their own room. So you would know that Paul was actually in the room that is they're trying to like open and look into.
Hey guys, this earthquake's a common thing around here.
Not really, no.
Not that I know of. I don't think so.
It seems to be coming from Paul's room. We should probably go and check on him.
Wait, what?
Oh boy.
Oh no.
You guys,
Start a tiny like sleepy jog to it.
Off to Paul's room.
you guys kind of like make your way through the hallway and moving people out of the way who are like trying to either get their bearings, and some of them look to be almost panicking and seeing what's going on. None of them seem to know exactly what's going on, but you can actually see as you get up to the door, it looks like the innkeeper has actually got like some kind of tools to try and pry into the door. And as you get up there, they ping, get like you hear the clang of the metal up against metal, and the door creaks open just a little bit. And as it creaks open, it starts to rattle and shake even more. Everything around you starts to rattle and shake even harder. He pushes the door open, and you can all see on the inside of the room, small rooms, just like everybody else's. It's mostly just the size for a bed, a side table, and a desk, and that's it. And on the floor, on one of the bearskin rugs on the floor, is Paul, kind of like, fetal position, facing away from you, so back to all of you, and he's in the middle of this kind of gyrating. It looks like, you know how when you match the frequency of something and it kind of starts waving and buckling a little bit? That, but like, it looks like he's on water, except it's on a bearskin rug on a wooden floor.
Does he still look sleeping?
He's facing away, so you're not really sure. At least from this angle.
And just runs right up to him and tries to wake him up.
Edna, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
I assumed. Ooh, nat 20.
Ooh.
+1.
You
Mom strength.
You deftly kind of like maneuver your way over to Paul as you're trying to like use your little legs to climb and not really leap, but more so just kind of walk along the vibrating floor. You get over to Paul, and it looks like he is both in and out of consciousness. It looks he's like his eyes are opening, but then when they do open, they kind of roll back, and then they go back to being closed. And it looks like he's trying to control what's going on with himself.
Paul,
You got
dear,
this?
we're gonna need you to drop the magic that you're controlling right now. Just drop it. Lose the connection.
Make a persuasion check. I'd say with advantage because you're familiar to him.
That is a 19 and a 20.
Oh shit! Yeah,
22.
air
I
horn.
guess. Those are two different dice than the last one I used.
Hold on, let me get my. I have my dice in my bag now. My DM dice.
2 natural 20s already?
I know, right? I know, right?
It's 2 different die.
I'm concerned because that means either like the night is gonna be hot or we've used up everything we can.
Or yeah, or that's it.
Yep.
You go over and you try to calm his or just kind of calm him down and tell him to stop what he's doing. And as you're talking to him, and as Edna just rushes over, everybody else can see Edna rush into the room. Everybody else standing around is not going anywhere near what's going on. The shaking kind of stops and settles. And over the next minute or two of Edna, you trying to get him to cool down, he rolls over on his back and looks up at everybody. Sorry.
You're fine, dear.
He's covered in sweat and he's clammy and he sits up. It was bad again, wasn't it?
It's just a little earthquake. Nothing this town can't handle.
That's what happened last time.
Gonna be okay. We're gonna get you to school. They're gonna teach you how to control this.
He stands up and just kind of like dusts himself off and all right. Thank you. He's kind of
Anytime.
he seems a little bit he seems tired.
Yeah, well,
It's gonna be okay, dear. Let's get you some breakfast. Some energy.
So you all go down for breakfast and merriment?
yeah, nah. When we get down there and we kind of set up everything, as after I have a coffee, I take out the little vial of the like Ica from the dragon,
Okay.
and I'm gonna spend breakfast time looking it over with detect poison and disease.
Okay. Make it just straight Arcana check. No advantage, no anything else, just Arcana. 6. You've seen a lot of poisons. Being a cleric in a big city, definitely you've seen a lot of poisons. You've seen your fair share of alcohol poisoning. You've seen your fair share of STIs, and this shares no resemblance to anything that you've seen that has been, I don't want to say organic, but anything that's been, you've already, I remember you kind of already figured out a little bit that it kind of has an arcane property to it.
So I can get that there's a little bit of arcane. Now, does the spell give me anything?
It's definitely a disease.
Yeah, because this could have something that maybe messes with it, but generally it gives me the kind of poisonous creature or the disease. Like that's what it's supposed to do, is tell me. Like that is the purpose.
Yeah. Make a history check really quick.
It's gonna be good too. 8.
Actually, make 8. Yeah, it's fine. I was gonna say make it with disadvantage, but no. Yeah, this is a disease. You know, the spell goes off. You know, it's a disease, and the disease is from. No, but it is. You know, it's a disease, and it's really weird. Every time you try and think about what this is, it's like it's on the tip of your tongue, and you just can't get it. And the spell, like, you know, it just went off, and you know it just gave you that information. But like you're trying to, it's kind of like deja vu in a sense, where you're like, no, I just forgot it. Why did I just forget it? It's really weird, but you know that this disease is arcane, and then it just starts to slip away again.
I know we're like in the middle of breakfast and everything, everybody, but have any of you, Edna in particular, ever heard of any kind of disease or ailment that would be arcane in nature? Is that a thing? Like, I don't know, magic chicken pox or something?
Well, I'm sure that something like that has existed in the past. Can I think of anything in particular?
You can make a history check too. Just over breakfast, over the breakfast table, looking at this diseased vial.
15 plus 5.
15. You or is it 15 plus 5?
No, 10 plus.
Okay,
5.
so okay. I mean, thinking back to it, the same thing kind of comes to you. It could be a number of things. The most that you would think of would be some kind of corruption, or like, just some kind of arcane taint, for lack of a better word. Mainly just like you've seen things that look similar to this in things like in illustrations and documentation of things that magic kind of took a hold of instead of taking a hold of magic.
Yes, there's definitely things that exist. As for what it might be in particular, I'm afraid I have no real idea what it could be.
All right.
Just that it exists. Perhaps somebody in the city, or when we meet back up with our new friends.
Yeah, it's
Tell us what it is.
yeah, I think it's definitely a good thing to look into. You know, 'cause, I don't know, it affected an owl bear, and then it affected the giant, very frightening looking dragon. I can only imagine what it could have done based on the children. So yeah, I'm thinking that maybe there's something infecting things around here. That definitely on my to-do list now, kind of towards the top.
Two separate cases. Kind of. I don't think this is a coincidence.
Yeah. Like if we find one more, that's a pattern. That's how it works. These have been a weird few days.
Yeah, it has. It really has.
Been quite fascinating.
That's a word. Call it. Fascinating. Oh boy. I just can't wait to get back.
Yeah, you live in the capital, Arthur?
Yeah. I actually work in the capital. I'm a guard, pretty much.
Ah, that's neat. That's cool. I haven't been. Is there anything we should know when we get there? Like, is there any, I don't know, weird traditions or something that go in there? I know the other city folk are strange.
It's just your normal old city. Nothing too crazy.
All right.
Just watch your pockets. That's all I gotta say.
Dear, are there going to be
Wait.
pickpockets
No.
there?
Just big city. You never know.
Yeah. Wait, do you actually keep your money in your pocket? And Grayson just kind of looks at all of you a little incredulous.
Grayson, where else do you keep your money?
Coin purse is in one of these pockets. I have several pockets.
You know what? Don't answer that.
Nah, I can show you. Grayson stands up and his coin purse is tied to his belt still, but it's flipped on the inside of his pants. It is on the inside, not outside.
It's actually very smart. I might have to. You got to show me how you do that.
Yeah. It can be a little awkward when you gotta pay someone. So I for everyday things, I keep a couple gold in my pocket. But
Makes sense.
I'm gonna be less angry if somebody nabs 3 gold off me than if they get the entirety of what I have for this journey. So.
A neat trick.
Another one is, always keep a gold in your shoe in case you do like get mugged. Then you at least have enough to like stay somewhere.
What if they take your shoe?
Well, then that's a terrible person. Now it's hard for me because as you can see, and I point at my feet, and I do not wear shoes. Very hard. But for you people, you got shoes.
You're a smart man, Grayson.
Just growing up around a lot of the individuals that incite this kind of no reason for this behavior. Gives you a big smile. But anyway, so we're gonna eat and then head out for the day, right? You guys have anything you need to do around here?
No,
No,
that seems like a
ready
good
to
idea.
head back.
All right. Oh, I should probably actually eat something. Just looks at the now very cold plate of whatever he has.
As you
Digs in.
as you stop poring over your weird, diseased bit of flesh, everybody eats, drinks, and gets ready for the day. You guys just head out, or do you have anything else to do first?
Let's just eat and then get ready to go.
Yep, same deal.
Exiting the inn, you guys see outside. It looks like as you guys were having breakfast and just kind of maybe even through the night, most of the snow has been cleared away, and it looks like one of those days after a snow day where a lot of it just melted. This being the summer air in this area, and the snow not supposed to be here in general, seems to be a good recipe for just flooded streets. And you start walking out, and you can hear the splish splash of like a good half-inch, quarter-inch of water on the ground, as most of the snow, the snow that isn't piled up on corners and street corners now, is melted and not freezing, but every gutter you can hear from a mile away. People are out with different kinds of shovels, and most of them not snow shovels. Most of them are just dirt shovels that their spades are just going into the snow and trying to get out of the way. A lot of the buildings that were wrecked or cracked or broken from the dragon attacks are slowly being repaired. You can see scaffolding being built on certain areas. And it looks like the villages or the town is trying to go back to somewhat normal. But you guys make your way towards the opposite gate of which you came through, the western gate, and set out on your journey towards the capital. So, here's the thing. Are you guys walking again, or are you getting some kind of way to travel?
I think we're still. What?
You wanna? We can still hoof it. We can walk. It's up to you guys.
Find it.
I prefer walking anyway.
Good for cardio.
Yeah. I don't know. Also, I'm going to be honest with all of you. I'm feeling a little paranoid about all the things. First off, do we have Gruick? Gruick, where are you? And I look around like we forgot somebody. We're not leaving Kevin at the house.
So Paul is silently with all of you. He was with you guys during breakfast, but didn't say a word. Gruick was not with you at breakfast, and you didn't see him come down. Make a perception check.
Leave us?
I don't like digital dice. They're evil. 10.
10. You look around, like trying to, just as you're walking, like maybe a block or two, and you're looking down streets and back where you came from. You don't see Gruick. And he didn't come downstairs with you guys during breakfast. You were down there for like maybe a good 20-30 minutes eating breakfast.
Okay, first things first. Let's go get Gruick. He's definitely still asleep. I kind of like double time back to the hotel. Like, oh, I can't believe we forgot Kevin.
As you like kind of jog your way back down to the hotel, you actually hear about maybe a block away his very noticeable voice. And you look down. You're about like a block away from the hotel at this point. You look down the block and you can see him like just snorting in air and blowing out a little bit of fire to help break down some of the ice that's been built up over top of the snow, so that people can like hammer in with their shovels and dig out. But he's like a half a block away from you guys.
I go to like try and wave him down, and then I realize that I'm like so small that like probably can't be seen over the normal sized people.
No, you start he rolled really high. You start waving him down. He stops what he's doing, looks over, and looks back at the rest of the people that he's with, and it looks like he does a little hand gesture and like talks to them, and they just wave, and he waves, and he starts walking away back towards you guys. Sorry, I woke up a little early. Everything's shaking, and thought I would get a fresh start on help.
Yeah, that's the damn good of you. But we're getting ready to head out. Are you in favor of getting a cart, or do you prefer walking? What's your thoughts?
Oh,
kind of like making a consensus thing.
Do we get cart? I would like put foot up and relax their way.
All right, that's one for cart. Who else wants cart? Anyone? I look at the rest of the group.
Do they have carts here? You know.
Oh, I got no
Yesterday?
idea.
I'm fine with a cart if anybody else wants a cart.
Yeah, I'll start looking around for a cart. See if there's anyone.
Make an investigation check. It's not hard to find people out right now, as they are all trying to clean themselves off of snow.
Mm-hmm. That's a 1.
It's not hard to find people, but it is hard to find the right people, because everyone seems to be trying to do the same thing, just kind of, get the snow and ice out of their general way that they need to travel. So you're not really sure if you can designate where a cart person would be.
Well, how about this? We're heading out of the city, right? So why don't we like go out over that way? Because in my experience, at least, what I'm from, we have a lot of the dealers in this kind of thing. The carriage people and everything. They have stations set up kind of in that neighborhood, wherever the gates are.
All right, I'm on board.
So you guys make your way back toward the western gate. I'd say this time, Grayson, make an investigation check as you're getting closer and closer to the western gate.
D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond.
If you're rude again, I will never use you again. Good job. 15.
15.
Scared.
It makes sense that you didn't see it your first attempt to walk out of the city, because most of it is like, it looks like since you've been gone, it looks like since you've walked away and come back, the few minutes it's taken somebody to dig out most of the pathway in front of it. But there is what looks like a cart depot, and you can hear the horses on the other side whinnying as it's like the two people are trying to dig out one side of it, and another person's trying to dig out the other side. And the big stone building that makes up the actual building portion of it, not like the garage, I guess, of it, is covered in this thick layer of ice, except for the front door, which looks like someone's being kind enough to help them chisel away from. But you do find one.
Excuse me. Kind of just walk up towards him.
The two people, it looks like the person who addresses you stops trying to shovel and comes out as looks like a tall elven man. He's got kind of like a little bit of sideburns going. It looks like he has a really thin mustache, but he's bald. He's dressed in, it looks like he's dressed in like a kind of a big cloak, but it's open, so it's not like he's trying to bundle up. It looks like he's just wearing it to not freeze his hands off. And he kind of like pulls the sleeves up, brushes them off of snow, shoves the shovel into the into the ground. I can. You need help with anything else around here?
Actually, myself and my companions were trying to get a cart with a couple of horses together, but do you have any available right now, or are you kind of doing the spokes?
We could have one available within the hour,
Well, I'll tell you what.
maybe.
If you can cut us a good deal, we could probably give you a hand getting some of this dealt with. Is that okay with all of you? And I look at the rest of the group.
Of course. Yeah.
Yep,
Well,
works
no.
for me.
He he kind of gives a little smile. Yeah, sure. We could give you half price. I mean, the boss isn't here right now, but I will absolutely cut you a deal half price if you can help us get these things out of here.
Well, you got it. Well, gang, let's get to work, I guess.
So you guys, I'd say really quick, just do like an athletics check, or just roll like a strength check or something like that. Just really quick.
My little round shield. Sorry.
It's a
again.
natural one, but unlike Samuel Regal, I am a halfling and I will re-roll this.
You will be using your your features.
He used it once.
He did. He used it once to keep a fucking cursed item.
He did. That was great. Natural
Well-
That is a 3.
Okay.
Makes
17.
sense.
17. Okay. What was Grayson's again?
Well,
Okay. So everybody, but I mean, Edna, you're doing your part. You know, you're moving some of the snow that they move out of the way, so it's not just piling up. But everybody else, it takes about maybe with all of you working 20-30 minutes to get all the snow and ice that's just kind of in the way out of the way, so that you can roll these carts out in time. But you can get at least one cart out with 2 horses if you need to, or one cart with 1 horse, depends. So with the discounted price, it'll be, wait, where is it? Discounted price going to Talon Court, it'll be 50 gold altogether.
That's half off.
Yes.
okay.
We have that much, don't we? We
Yeah.
got to go. Yeah.
He is
10 gold.
platinum and 10 gold, so that's 20 on my half.
I can give 2 platinum.
Yeah, I'll give 2 platinum too.
And 2 from. Wait.
No, wait.
That's-
No,
that's
yeah,
true.
that's, yeah.
Being very generous.
Yeah, it's a big tip.
Hold on.
So I gave 20 gold.
I'll give a platinum.
That's
I'll
So,
30.
so 30, and then
That's 40.
40.
And then 1 from me.
Okay.
And that's
50.
Okay. We got there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I like the tip, but we did have.
I always forget the PP conversion rate. So sorry.
yeah.
Platinum business.
The PP conversion. We got
That's what D&D Beyond has them in parentheses.
PP.
How much PP you got? I'm loaded.
It's different. You know, it's different for everybody. But you guys load up, set out. He also gives you a one night's worth of feed. It'll only be, since it's like I think 2 or 3 days on foot to get from, because it's a little bit longer than Crow's Beak to Lavassus, so it's like 3 days from Lavassus to Talon Court. But it's only going to be one night. You're going to have to do like maybe 30 hours of driving to get from Lavassus to Talon Court. So as you guys roll out, Autobots, make a, or who's gonna take first watch, or who's gonna be in front, or what's the marching order? Who's
I think,
where?
Yeah, who's driving?
I think
Yeah.
Grayson wants to drive. I think
I'm 100% on board with that.
Yep.
Yes.
No.
No, you
We gotta get Grayson a
Okay.
little fog hat.
Let's see.
You know, I have always wanted to drive a cart. I've never had need for one, being in the city. You know, everything's within walking distance. We got good public transit. So, you ever see those rickshaws? Those are so neat.
I guess Edna will sit up with him because we
You
can
don't let me
probably
use those?
both comfortably sit on the like driver's seat.
My question is, was this like a topped wagon?
Oh
Or
yeah,
just
what
like
kind
an
of wagon
open
did we
car?
get?
Yeah, it is. It is like a Conestoga wagon a little bit.
All right. How much should we have to like adjust it to get Zaboon inside? Can we
the
just take off the back doors?
the entrance for the back would have to be slightly opened for Zaboon.
He
And
gets the one bench, and
yeah.
everybody else gets the opposite.
and
side
Zaboon, when
bench.
Zaboon gets in, you definitely, if anybody's not in already, you definitely do see a little bit of like a creak, and it slightly leans to whatever side Zaboon's sitting on.
Well, that means he gets to watch the back.
I'm getting the back with Zaboon.
Yeah, I'll stay right by the opening.
Okay.
I love this like mental image of the cart like in the back where it's just like on one bench is Gruick, Arthur, and like Sad Paul, and on the opposite is just Zaboon.
Just to even things out.
Yeah, I'll sit up front with Grayson just to keep room for everybody, and we can both probably comfortably fit there.
Okay.
So.
After about a nice 5-minute argument between Gruick and the shopkeep about whether or not he could ride the horse instead of in the cabin, he loads up into the into the cart, and all of you set out. Everybody,
Railway place.
yes, you set sail onto the grass dirt. Everybody make perception checks as you head out onto your new journey toward the capital, you guys.
Maybe all this garbage.
I'm sailing away. 6.
12.
Okay.
17.
17 and...
I'm getting my dice.
Okay. Yeah, you're not using the
That
D&D
is-
yet?
All but one of my rolls have been under 10, and most of them are sub 5.
That's fine. You guys all head out. The day starts to pass you by. It's morning when you leave, and you can feel the warm summer heat beaming. So fucking tired, you guys. You guys set out in the beginning of the day, in the morning. You guys can feel the warm summer breezes coming from the coast as you're not right up on the coast, but you can smell the sea air. All of you can kind of, feel the proximity of the beaches that you're near. The rolling landscapes and hills that you guys are near kind of start to the dewiness kind of starts to like glow up into sprinkly kind of almost sparkles in the air at certain points during the day. Edna, as you guys are rolling through the Red Meadows, you notice a little glint of something in the trail. It looks like all of you actually can see, but Edna notices the small detail. All of you can see, it looks like the road has kind of been like, it looks like someone started digging the road, because there's a big portion of it missing, and there's a large pile of dirt and like some stones kind of just set outside, and you can see a shovel kind of stuck into it. But Edna, you see a little bit of a glint, like a little metallic glint, maybe like 50, 60 feet from where you guys, like as you're getting closer to it. But to everybody else, it just kind of looks like a portion of the road has begun to be dug out a little bit.
There's something in there, I believe.
Wait, what?
In the road?
Yeah, I see it. Maybe a little bit of metal or something shiny.
Should we stop?
Right, do we have to worry about traps? I know you mentioned pickpocketers, but
That's in this. Well,
Wait, are bandits a thing? Is that real? Is that like a common thing that really like happens? Do people
Not
do
really
that still?
I've never traveled this far alone.
I'm sure
so
there
I'm
is.
not sure.
Never be too careful.
We do have a very nice cart now.
Maybe we could slow up and kind
Okay,
of see what's going on here.
I'm gonna figure out how we slow down. Horses slow down. like,
Just pull on the reins a little bit, sweetie.
The animal handling check.
Yeah, you know what? Just make an animal handling check just for the fun of it. Just to see if you can stop your cart.
Hey, slow
Fuck you,
down.
real
please.
dice.
Gotta go back to digital. You gotta go back to the digital ones.
That is a 9.
You you try and tug and do a little bit of a whip and tug back again. Just the horses just keep on trotting. Not like they don't go out of control. They just keep trotting along.
Yeah, good job. You keep doing that.
Wait, are we gaining speed?
No.
I look at the others. These are terribly trained horses. Why did we purchase them?
Just pull on them a little bit. Pull on the reins.
Start pulling, and they still just continue.
You pull
like, no, I'm
you
going.
pull to the point of like making them turn a little bit off the road, and then they kind of try to
Dear.
right themselves again onto the road. Like it looks like they it's almost like you took a cart off the Hot Wheel track and it's trying to find its way back onto the Hot Wheel track.
This reminds me of when I taught my youngest to drive.
But you are going at a speed where you can just kind of like you're not going fast. You're going maybe 5 miles an hour at this point. So you can
Can I
see. Yeah, you can also just hop out if you wanted to.
I was gonna say, can I help him slow down a little bit?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you make an animal handling check too.
Sure.
Nobody ever does these for cart rides.
That is a 19 plus 1.
you, as soon as Edna kind of leans over and takes the reins, it's almost like she knows exactly how these things work. She seemingly does the same thing as you, Grayson, but for some reason, the horses just want to listen to her and not anybody else. As they come to a little stop just off the side of the road where you've passed the dugout part, maybe like 5 or 10 feet.
Level 4, Rick, where I am taking Magnus level driving skill feat.
I'm proficient in land vehicles. Give me all the land vehicles.
Investigate.
What's over there?
You guys just hop out and walk over?
You said
Yeah,
we
I'll
passed
hop
it?
down.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, you went past it like 5 or 10 feet, not a lot.
Two.
Okay.
Me and Zaboon can we'll check it out. You guys stay with the cart.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand up
careful.
on the seat.
Yeah.
Try to watch them.
Okay. Arthur and Zaboon, you guys make your way over towards there. There's no one over there. There's no people over there. But as you start to walk over, I'd say both of you can make investigation checks. You get over, like, right over top of where it's not a hole, it's more of like a little ditch that's been dug now.
7.
I got a 9, but I do get advantage on investigation checks that have to do with smell.
Okay. Yeah, you can smell around.
Oh.
Why not?
I'm gonna just go ahead and stick with the 9.
Okay. Both of you can see what was like the glowing thing or the shiny thing that Edna saw. It looks like there's a mostly rusted but somewhat not now metal helmet that's like stuck inside the dirt. It looks like this may have been what was trying to be dug out. But now that you're getting closer, Zaboon, I know you rolled low, but with your smell, you smell something awful here, like terrible.
What kind of terrible?
Kind of smells like when you leave a piece of meat out for too long.
I think we might be looking at a body here.
In there?
Yeah, I approach and try to get a closer look.
Okay.
I got his back.
I keep my shield at the ready.
As you walk over, you can now plainly see the dirt around you is all dried. It doesn't look like anything was used to excavate it, but there looks like there's wet patches all along parts of it. And you can actually tell now that you're closer, the wet patches aren't just water. It looks like there's little like drops and patches of blood that lead from the center of this, where the helmet is in the road, to just kind of away into the grass and disappear into the grass. You can also see now that you're closer to the center of the hole, it looks like the helmet is stuck inside the ground. It looks like it was being dug out, but something else sticks out of the ground. It kind of looks like if it were to continue underground, it would be connected to the helmet, and you can see it looks like some kind of rusted gauntlet is stuck out on the ground.
I'm gonna poke it with my warhammer.
You reach forward and give it a poke, and as you do, Arthur and Zaboon, you hear a as the helmet shifts a little bit, and you can see a little bit of a glowing eye in the center, and the arm that's stuck, the gauntlet, starts to move and thrash about, and you can see it's grabbing and clawing at something, and you can actually see a little bit of blood on its fingers.
So
I step away a few feet.
Okay.
the fuck is this?
Is he
Is
even
it
alive?
Is it alive or is it dead, but just like alive?
I'd say both of you can make, actually not both of you. Arthur can make a history check.
5. I'm not used to
Actually,
this.
with advantage because you're from the capital.
Oh, 5!
Again?
I rolled the same
It's
thing.
5. I
Meant to
mean,
be.
Nice.
Meant to be.
I mean, you're not sure why there would be just a zombie here, but like there is.
I think maybe Grayson should take a look at this. I turn back and call out to Grayson.
What? Oh,
Okay.
I'll be there. Like Grayson is like currently in the middle of just like rolling a cigarette and like talking to the horses.
Gruig is just sat on the end of it, like there's kind of smoke coming out, ready to light whatever cigarette you make. And he looks over
Well,
when you call over.
I
That's
like
good, 'cause
pass
you
the
can
case to him, and I'm like, just make like 2.
He takes it and just starts rolling.
Bring your cigarette. You're gonna need it.
Okay, never mind. Give me that one. I'll just grab the one that's like partially rolled, finish it real quick, and hand it to everybody. What's up? What you find?
I just point to the thing in the ground.
Oh, that's neat. You found. How? Oh shit! Did that just move?
It starts like grasping at dirt.
Are you good?
I think it's dead. Undead.
Are you guys all right over there?
We are.
There might be a zombie in the dead.
Yeah. Rick, I'm
Should
going
I
to use
take
Divine
care of it?
Sense.
Divine sense.
Mhm. Within 60 feet of me, do
60
I get
feet.
any other detection of undead?
60 feet.
60.
As everybody's talking around you and talking about what they're seeing, what is your divine sense like? What do you do for divine sense?
Let's see. His eyes kind of flash gold, like a gold light, and just look around. Hand on his chest.
That didn't go through to you guys, did it?
Nope.
Damn it. All right. Well, I mean, stream got
No
it. Fine.
crunch for us.
Your eyes flash, and when you open them back up, you start looking around, and you see a vibrant glow coming from this thing and lodged in the ground. And as it moves, the glow follows its hand, and then you look around, just kind of around you, and you see. It's almost like if you were to in a video game, you know, when you look around and you can see the enemies around that are highlighted. You can see definitely one, but it's like 70 or 80 feet in the ground. And then you look around again and you can see another one, and some of them kind of start to fade away, almost as if there's enough to kind of fill your 60-foot gap. And then you start to turn around and look in other directions, and the same thing happens. It's like none of them are this high up in the ground, but they're all everywhere underneath you.
Don't be alarmed, anyone. But there's more, but they're kind of in the ground.
Oh.
That might sound
Okay.
weird. Yeah. As you guys look, my eyes are like still gold, just looking down.
We're gonna deal with whatever that is.
Oh yeah, we should. Yeah.
I
Kinda.
broke my warhammer. Should I take care of him?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah,
Would you mind taking his helmet off?
It finally comes over to see
I'll
what's
get
taking him
behind it.
so long.
I'll get behind the head and like get ready to grab the helmet. Alright, you get ready.
I raise the hammer.
And it looks like someone is stuck in the ground, and Zaboon is readying his hammer to smash down as Arthur looks like he's trying to take the helmet off his head.
Take several steps back.
Arthur, make a sleight of hand check.
I'm gonna guide him. Be like, told me with you. You have old men.
Sleight of hand. Don't screw me, dice. 13.
13.
You get a D4.
Oh yeah, you do get the D4.
Hey, 17.
17. Perfect. You go behind and like ready yourself to try and just get in and get out really quick as Zaboon raises his hammer and gets ready. And as soon as you can feel like as soon as you make contact with the helmet and you're pulling it off, you don't get grabbed, but the arm immediately lashes back and tries to grab at you. But you pull the helmet off immediately. And Zaboon, you said you're ready to smash at it, right?
Yeah, as soon as he gets the helmet off.
I'll say make an attack roll, but you do get advantage because it is it is restrained.
Good thing, because I just rolled a 3. 16.
16. A bunch of dirt flies up into the air, mud and rocks just kind of land, and then you don't, as you like raise your hammer back up, you don't hear any more of the rustled breathing, and the arm doesn't move anymore.
Oh man. Rest well, and I hope Tom takes care of you. And I just cast like spare the dying, making a quick like symbol on the sad zombie. I need that other cantrip that Caduceus had that like expedites.
Oh yeah, the rotting one.
Yeah, which it was made just for him.
Yeah.
Gotta figure out what that was called. Is that this helmet like look familiar to either of you guys? Like, I don't know. Is that like military or just like a basic one? I don't know.
What kind of shape is it in?
It kind of looks like just a normal one of those metal teardrop helmets. Like it's just kind of a little bit of a point at the top, but it's just kind of like a regular metal helmet that's been rusted to shit in certain parts, and other parts of it look like, really nice, like they haven't seen any kind of oxidation at all. I'd say Edna and Arthur can make history checks.
Swear to God, this is a 5. Ooh. We just
Whoops.
17.
Okay.
Mine's 19.
Both of you, actually. Arthur, it comes back to you just like, I guess seeing this thing was kind of a little bit of a wild realization that there's a fucking zombie in the ground. But as you're looking at the helmet, you and Edna both, it kind of clicks immediately. This is a very old helmet. This is about a 2,000-year-old helmet. So if it were in great condition, it's probably worth some money. However, it is from when Treesmore was divided up into 3 countries and not the one unified that it is now. And then it hits you why the area that you're in is called the Red Meadows. And you're putting it together with all of the undead around, that this was the site of one of the bloodiest battles in the country's history, but also almost one of the bloodiest battles in world history. But the helmet is intact mostly.
I don't want to keep it. I don't know. It's kind of cool.
Is
Old.
the rest of his gear just as rusted?
The only other part of his gear that you can see is the gauntlet, and that looks like the rust has actually eaten through the metal.
Perhaps when we get to the city, we should inform a cleric there of some sort to come and make this hallowed ground to deal with the rest of the undead that you've seen.
Yeah, they're way down there.
Actually, Edna, I will. You would know from your readings and your high roll. You would know that that has been tried many times in this area.
Oh.
Like a lot.
Tried
And failed.
before magic came back or after?
Yeah, before. So not recently, not within the
okay.
past 1500 years, but that was a thing that was a big. It was a ritual that would happen a lot to try and do that, but it never worked out.
Pretend Anna didn't just say that then.
Walk up, backtrack.
What was that? Say something. Yeah, I'm gonna put the helmet in my backpack. I don't know. Good feeling.
It's a very interesting part of history.
Yeah, kind of cool.
I'm sure there's a museum or a professor somewhere that would be very interested.
Maybe I'll show it to my daughter. Put it in my backpack.
War is very heavy, but I think she'd think it was cool.
I wouldn't tell her about the war. I would show her this old helmet.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not gonna tell her about the zombie.
That makes much more sense. Unless you were trying to scare her from running off in the middle of the night.
We took this off a dead man.
He was moving around.
You know,
Better eat your broccoli, otherwise he's gonna come get you. He wants his helmet back.
I don't know about the rest of you, but like 10 days ago, my biggest problem was that like my acolytes are kind of real bad at the job. Life's gotten weird real fast.
Yes, it has.
As life does.
But it's
See-
we're gonna be history is being written right now. People are going to read about this magic returning for years to come.
That is fair, but you know, here's the problem with it. I have all these ridiculous things going on. Like, you know, apparently there's zombies and dragons. And I know that back home, I still have like 3 acolytes who are incredibly incompetent trying to run my parish. And that just dawned on me, and I don't know, it's putting me more on edge than I was before. Just saying.
Perhaps
Sure.
the return of magic will make their jobs easier.
Yeah.
I would not give them magic.
I look over
I
at Paul. That's probably a good idea.
don't know that the tome would choose the same as you. It chooses those who are worthy. And perhaps somebody does have it back where you are.
Oh god. And you watch just like Grayson immediately like lose a little color and like hand the forehead, just like no. I'm gonna burn down my church. Just start heading back for the cart.
Yeah, perhaps we should get out of here before any others dig themselves back out.
That is a great idea.
You guys head back to your cart,
Yes, sir.
and you set out.
When we get
that's
back,
how it is.
or on our way back to Ruik, I'll say in Draconic, like, you just missed a zombie back there.
In Draconic, he says back to you, wait, what do you mean? Like undead?
Oh yes, it's a complete undead zombie.
No, hold on, I'll be right back. And he puts the cigarettes on the on the cart, and you guys see him just kind of like scuttle past you. You hear him call out, "Oh, this fucking shit is dead!" Alright, hold on.
Yes, now it is. Yes.
Hey,
Oh
wait.
yeah, twice.
I
You're
get.
welcome.
I take thing. Hold on. You hear it. And he walks back. It looks like he's walking back slowly, rolling a cigarette, but underneath his arm, he has a forearm and a little bit of a hand hanging from it. It-
Stay off of bad touch.
oh no. Oh, Puck. I miss you, buddy. He hops onto the back of the cart, and you guys head out again. Who's driving? Same thing.
Yep. But before I get on the cart, I like look at the horses. I go in like front of them, and I find like just like some sugar from tea left over, and I feed it to. I'm like hand it to both. I'm like, all right, guys, seriously, you're making me look real bad. Could you just? I'm gonna give you this, and then you're gonna work with me. All right, please.
make another animal handling check. What is your animal handling, by the way?
Oh, it's +4.
Oh Jesus! What the?
Because it's wisdom. At 11. I
They
don't know which dice to roll. They all hate me.
they do eat what you give them. and they don't like they don't stomp around or try to get away from you. It seems like they're fine at the moment. And when you get up and try to start, like you pull the turn the key, start the engine, they do obey you, they do follow you. So there's that.
All right. I get back in the car and attempt to drive.
Everybody, actually no, you've done the thing. You guys set out again. The rest of the day is pretty uneventful. You do pass a few people that are on the road. It looks like some merchants that are very obviously coming from the capital and going to just wherever else this Pavillo Road leads. And the road is wide enough. It looks like the entire time you've been on this road, it looks like it is well taken care of. It is a very wide road, and every now and then there are like walls and lamp posts, like actual lamp posts, not just like torches that need to be lit every now and then. It looks like this whole thing is very commonly used. As the sun starts to set, however, what do you guys? What is your plan? The sun is starting to set.
How far are we from the capital?
If you were to just keep going, it would take you about another like maybe 12, 13 hours.
Yeah, we should definitely sleep. Make camp.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Edna gets a fire going and takes out her pot to cook us a small meal.
Okay. Oops. Close my thing.
Grayson's just going over and like looking at like all the like random stuff that's happened the last couple days. Says a few prayers. Gonna make sure that my roll of dragon skin is still good. Gonna try and like cast Spare the Dying or something on it again.
Okay.
Just hopefully keep it from decomposing because I don't know how to tan this thing. And yeah, I think that's it for the evening. I will, Grayson will volunteer for the weird middle watch this time.
Okay.
I could do the first watch.
All right.
Take the left. Or one of them.
Whenever you want to wake me.
Gruick does the same thing as the other night, where he kind of goes off like 10 or 20 feet away from you guys and like burns a hole into the ground and just starts like shoving himself into the scorch marks. And Paul is silent and in the back of the carriage. Zaboon, make a perception check as everybody begins to bed down for the night.
23.
23. You know what? Okay. Most of your watch is pretty calm and peaceful, and everybody kind of like the little bit of crackling fire that's still left, the embers that are still burning, is a very nice and just kind of peaceful sound to look around for. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. You don't see. There are occasionally still, again, some people that like maybe every 20 minutes or so you'll see a random person walking, or it looks like way off in the distance on a different road. You see a cart going from one direction, like into the foresty area to another. But other than that, you don't see any kind of big eventful things. That's your watch.
All right, I'll wake up whoever was next.
That's me.
Grayson, make a perception check.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the physical dice. Let's second time's a charm. No, it was not. 11.
No, that was the same one. Okay. Grayson, as you're sat, you are woken up by Zaboon, and you take your watch, and as everybody sleeps around you, you swear you can hear something from that helmet. And then it's like, as you look over to it, it goes away. It's something about seeing that dead body in that helmet. is kind of giving you like little flashbacks.
Arthur, did you just like leave it out in the open, and do you have it in like your backpack or like beside you?
It's in my backpack. But it's, probably a little muffled.
I'm gonna try and like go over and like pick it up, if I can. Like I don't want to wake him up. I just want to like, if I can, see if I can grab the helmet out and just like give it a look.
Okay. You go over, you just kind of open up the backpack. It's I'm assuming it would be like near the top because it's the last thing you put in there. You pull it out. It's motionless. It doesn't do anything. You don't hear anything from it when you pull it out.
All right, helmet. You're weird, and honestly, incredibly creepy. We're gonna try something because you're freaking me out with the fact that I think I hear whispering. Normally this is for like holy water, but I'm gonna try it on you anyway. Cool. And over the next hour, I'm going to ritually cast ceremony for bless water, like the way I would do it for that, on the helmet.
Okay.
And just like consecrate the creepy ass helmet.
Okay.
Get rid of the bad vibes.
All right. I'd say, you know what? Make either whatever one you want to do, either Arcana or Religion. Just make one of those checks. It has nothing to do with being able to cast the spell, but.
Yep. That's not terrible. 17.
For which one?
It was Religion.
Okay. So over the hour, just kind of keeping a watch out and then going back to casting the spell, keeping a watch out, casting the spell. As you're doing this, and as you're consecrating or trying to consecrate this this helmet, every kind of mark that you not like making marks on it, but every time you like drive a finger or a thumb over top of it, the same way you would water or someone that you're trying to bless, a little bit of the rust kind of chips off and falls off, and you see just a very finely polished helmet underneath. And the same thing, more rust falls off and the dirt falls off. Until like at the end, for the most part, besides a few little spots, it looks like a brand new helmet.
Look, isn't that better? Now you're like shiny and sparkly. I mean, you look less like an ancient artifact, which maybe ruins the value. I don't know how these things work. And I could like look up to him. I am talking to a helmet. What are you? What is this quest? This is weird. All right, I'm gonna put you back now. Please stop with the creepy whispers, if that is what is happening, and I'm not just going crazy. All right, and I go put it back in the backpack.
You put it back. Go back to your position, and for the rest of your watch, there are times where you swear you can hear just a little bit of whisper coming from where that helmet is. But if you go over and check it again, there's nothing coming from it.
Yeah, and just when my watch is up, I wake up whoever's last watch.
I can take it.
If it's you out there, after I wake you up, I'll be like, I hope you don't mind. So two things. For one, I might just be losing it because it's been a weird bit of time here.
You okay?
I feel good, but I keep every time I'm like looking around, just hanging out. I was packing my pipe earlier. Swear that I keep hearing the helmet whispering. Which is a little crazy, but also who knows? Because the world is apparently magic.
Okay.
So I tried to. Sorry if you're upset about this. I kind of panicked a bit. I cast a spell on the helmet to try and make it less creepy, and now it's like it looks brand new.
Really? Take the helmet out.
You take it out. There's significantly less rust on it.
Actually, it's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Brand new.
I don't know. Maybe you want to give it a look and check it out throughout the your watch.
Maybe it's someone to talk to while I, keep watch.
Maybe that's that. It was, like a companion for soldiers. Maybe it was like supposed to be a comfort thing, and the magic's just broken. That's what I'm gonna tell myself. Like it was supposed to be like a comforting voice, and now it's just old and broken and creepy as fuck. I'm gonna go get some sleep now.
You get some sleep. I'll talk to the helmet. Don't worry. And I will begin my watch. I will put the helmet kind of like when I'm sitting, like in front of me, facing me.
Okay, like like a
Like if it talks to me, I'm like looking up, like, oh, okay.
like a Kylo Ren, Darth Vader kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd say just make a perception check for your watch real quick.
Natural 20.
Oh shit! It's the same fucking thing as the first one. I did that twice. During your watch, you're kind of focused on the helmet, but like also out of the corner of your eye, you're still looking around, keeping an eye on your surroundings. You don't see any movement, any kind of people around, but you do see in the air. It looks like a bunch, like when you see flocks of like heavily, like dense flocks of birds do that kind of weird mesh morphing thing that they do.
Yes.
You see that, but like 3 or 4 times during the night, and it seems like they're all kind of going from one direction to another one, the same time, the same directions every time. They're coming from different ones, but going the same direction every time.
What the hell is that?
But you do actually, at one point, begin to hear like very distant, indiscernible whispers from the direction of the helmet. The helmet's not moving, it's not shining, it's not doing anything else. You just hear this from the helmet's direction.
Racers, right? Holy shit. Hey, helmet, are you the one that whispered to me in Talon Court? Is that you? Is another sign? Come on, I need something.
You don't hear anything else from it.
God damn. Talking to a helmet. Just like, yep. I think we're all crazy. Yeah. I'll just continue my watch.
Okay. The rest of your watch goes by uneventful. Nothing attacks you. You guys continue to sleep through it. I think that was all the watches, right? 2, 4, 6. No, one more. Edna. That would be 8 hours.
I will go over to Edna.
Wakes up early anyway.
So,
Yeah, yep.
happened to Grayson. I think it happened to me. We both heard whispers from this helmet. I know you're pretty good with the arcane. If you want to check it out.
What happened to it?
Oh, Grayson cast like a spell on it and kind of cleaned it.
Interesting.
Um,
I take the helmet from him, look inside and look around it for or whatever.
Make an investigation check. Because Edna's just awake now. This is her this is her rise and shine time.
Investigation. Sorry, math. 12.
You do see a couple markings along the insides, like right around where, like I don't want to say like the ear holes, but like where it would allow for it, and it looks like they've faded away a little bit towards the top, but not entirely. Like you can still kind of see them. You can't make out what they are or anything, but you can still kind of see them like all the way up around here and then all the way back again.
Interesting. She starts walking away, kind of talking and mumbling to herself. Oh my gosh, what is this? Oh,
Okay.
sorry, dear. You can get your final sleep now. I'll keep last watch and probably start breakfast when it gets to that time.
also, lastly, thank you, appreciate that. Birds are doing weird stuff around. Just
Bird?
keep an eye. Yeah, they're flying around in groups, large groups. But yeah, I'm gonna go to
like-
sleep. You, good luck.
Could they have been like vultures? How far back was the dead people? Oh dear.
I don't. Were they vultures? Were they big?
No, they looked like whenever you see like crows or sparrows do that thing, the cloud, the bird
birds.
cloud.
Yeah, no vultures.
Oh,
Just giving you a heads up.
thank you. Fair enough.
See you in a couple hours.
Enjoy your sleep, dear.
Thank you, thank you.
Once, so still mumbling to herself. It sounds like mumbling to herself. I wonder what this could be. This is so interesting. My goodness. She goes and sits down and starts to identify
Okay.
the helmet.
Are you keeping watch?
Yes. I mean, maybe a disadvantage if I'm
Yeah,
going
as
to
much as you
actually
could
try
be.
and
So I'd say make
actually identify.
make a perception check with a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fair enough.
boy.
Fair enough. It's fine. Okay, that is. Oh, that's not bad at all. I rolled a 6, so it's a 9. That's not awful.
Okay.
Awful.
So going into I think it's what, an hour to cast
10 minutes.
identify. Okay, yeah, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You get down and begin to cast, and you're trying to keep an eye out, but you're going deep into this task that you're doing. After the 10 minutes, you do identify. Identify tells you, I think, everything about it. I always want to make sure.
Hold on, I'll read it.
I've read this spell so many times.
Properties. Yeah, its properties, how to use them, how many charges it has, if any.
Okay.
You learn what spells are affecting the item, and what they are. And if the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it. It's
Okay.
actually a lot.
Yeah. Identify is very useful. You get done the 10 minutes of just kind of going over it and reciting every incantation that you know to try and pull information from arcane things. Every bit of book learning that you've done in that library up until this point is serving you at this action. And you immediately get a flash of information of everything that this thing is. It is a helm of mind shielding. And it is based on the level of spells that you're seeing, like the level of whatever was put into this, it's probably one of very many. Especially with the design of it.
I will say this spell will not tell me if the item is cursed or not, because I know that
No,
they're
it
hearing
doesn't.
whispers. So, Helm of Mind Shielding, one of very many. Okay. Again, kind of, it sounds like if anybody was listening to her, that she's talking to herself. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we found something so amazing, and this artifact, I can't believe it. This is a time of wonderful magic, and just off and making notes about it, as well as trying to keep watch.
Okay.
Then, like an hour before people are supposed to get up, she'll start breakfast.
Okay. Everybody gets a long rest. You can put your long rest in. You guys wake up to the smell of breakfast. As anybody waking up would see Edna kind of half-heartedly making breakfast, but like also like writing in, or actually no, does it write by itself yet?
It does not, but she is talking, probably.
Like just muttering to herself, mumbling, and nose in this book, nose in this helmet.
Yeah.
Gruick walks over and immediately pulls out a slab of some kind of meat from his pocket and slaps it onto one of the really hot rocks on the fire, and then just sits down and looks like he starts trying to roll a cigarette.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning. I believe that you were the one who cleaned up this helmet, correct?
Yeah, I did a thing to it, because, well, it whispers to you when you're not looking at it, and that was kind of giving me the heebie-jeebies, and yeah.
Oh, did it whisper to me?
You heard little bits and pieces while you were doing it, but it was more like it definitely wasn't the main aspect of you casting your spell.
Yeah. I did did notice a little bit of something, but that could be because of what it does. Is Arthur awake yet? Where is he? Where did he set up camp?
Morning.
Oh, I have some wonderful news about this helmet.
Lay it on me.
So, this is a helmet of mind shielding. This is one of many spells that were probably put on this.
One of many
Mind shielding
spells?
can protect you from somebody trying to look in on what you're doing or what you're thinking, or where you are. Can't remember the specifics exactly.
I should clarify. That's my fault. One of many. I meant. It looks like it was mass produced.
Ah, okay, sorry.
So close.
It does seem mass produced. That maybe all of the zombies back there do have one, but am I right about what mind shielding does? It's been a while. Protects from scrying, mind reading. I can't remember.
Yes, and a little bit more.
Something like that,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, it makes sense that Edna wouldn't know the specifics super detailed.
Yeah,
but
she wouldn't know the spells, but she knows of it.
yeah, the basic idea of what that spell does, probably.
Yeah.
So, what shields you from? Okay, all that.
Mhm.
Why is it whispering?
Oh, I have no idea.
I have an idea.
Oh,
Do you want to put? If you say put it on,
Oh no.
okay.
I mean, if you want to, that is your choice. You have called. You have taken it. That's all yours. If you want to risk whatever that is, I was just gonna say maybe it's one of those things where like it blocks out people from talking, like into your brain by like constantly, whispering back a stream of nonsense.
Sounds awful.
Oh, that was my thought.
oh, okay.
You mind if
Well,
I
what
see?
use would that be? Oh, well, it's yours, of course. What use would that be for their soldiers? You would think that they just want to
I mean,
protect them from.
my guesstimation is if this was a couple millennia ago when there was magic, maybe it was like common to, I don't know, have things that could like mess up someone's brain.
Ah, so somebody else may have done it. Okay.
So like if somebody like went in your brain and like you wore the helmet to keep them out of your brain, I don't know. I mean, I don't use it. I don't feel good about it. I do have a thing that I can do to make people do things for a short amount of time. So presumably
yeah.
there's better versions of that.
I have read about those spells.
While they're talking,
Does Edna know what cursed items are? Would that have been part of the reading?
I'd say Edna can make a history check, or Arcana, whichever one.
Edna's good at both of those.
I'm going to put the helmet up to my ear and just hello.
Oh, they're the same roll. Okay.
Okay. Make a perception check.
13 for Edna.
Oh, you natural 20.
I
Sorry,
thought it was gonna
Oh
be another
shit!
5.
So did I. That was gonna be bad.
that was a good. What the?
So what exactly was Edna trying to remember? Or
If she just knows what cursed items are.
okay. So yeah, you would definitely know that a lot of magic items didn't lose their their juices if they were strong enough or if they were enchanted well enough. So some of them still persisted throughout but they are definitely regarded as like that's a very important thing. You don't go near that. They usually have, if they're in human vicinity or if they're in like civilizations, they usually have like guards mounted near them. And it's Grayson, of one that's in Vorden, and it's usually very much guarded. It is for healing, and it is in one of the churches. And like I think you've mentioned before, it doesn't always work because no one really knows how to use it, up until now at least. But you, Edna, you would know that absolutely things can be cursed or
Okay.
along those lines.
Oh my! What if it is cursed? Oh, that would be very interesting. I wonder if we could get somebody to put it on.
As I'm holding it to my ear, trying to be like, hello, hello.
Wouldn't it
Arthur, you don't hear anything from it. And then you start to hear, like, when you start to, like, take it down, that's when you start to hear stuff from it. And then you put it back up to your ear, and nothing.
Can I make out what it sounds like, or is it just like...
It doesn't even sound like it's a language. It just kind of sounds like, you know, like parcel tongue, where it's just kind of a lot of whisper?
I was just gonna say that.
Yes.
Yeah, it kind of just sounds like incoherent whisper.
Harry Potter's in his own. Voldemort.
Tom
You said this
Riddle's
thing might be
helmet.
cursed?
What happened?
You said Edna said this thing might be cursed. You suggested that it's possible.
Well, maybe. Cursed items do exist, and if it is whispering, I suppose it could be cursed. But I don't have any spells to identify a curse just yet. I don't know if I could learn any. Wait a minute.
Very
Both of
curious.
you are men of religion. You might be able to determine.
Kind of new to it. It's new for me.
We kind of look around. I'm like, Tom, you want to? Is there like a sign? Oh yeah, that it was on a zombie. That's a good point, Tom. It was on a zombie.
That is a good
That-
point. That's a very
That
good
is a
point.
fair point.
So I don't know. Again, I mean, if you want to roll the dice, go for it. Maybe it's just get a cool brain protect the helmet. On the other hand, maybe it like turns you into a zombie. So,
Yeah, see, that's what I'm afraid of.
or maybe it's one of those. Maybe you'll get lucky and it's only like if you die while wearing the helmet, it makes you a zombie.
Just going to say, I think the first rule of becoming a zombie is to be dead first.
The helmet could make you dead. That would be
Yeah,
actually
what
the
the
worst
helmet
case. That would be worst case scenario.
It's a good thing we have a healer with us.
And there's a moment where like Grayson like looks around, like, and then like it dawns on him like, oh, it's me.
Yeah, we're staring at Grace. Looking at Grace.
Does the John Travolta thing?
And not just because in real life I actually did that. I was like, wait, who? And I was like, oh, that's me.
If we could play this safe, and when we meet our new friends in the city, perhaps she could tell us what it does, or if it is cursed or not.
Yeah, alright. There's no reason to, try it now. Very curious.
Artemis may be able to tell us more,
Yeah.
or have somebody who could.
Alright, well, I'll put this thing away to not tempt any of us. Well, I guess myself at this point. I guess we should get ready to go.
All
Yes.
right, day 2, back in the car.
Alright.
You guys pack up and get ready to head out?
Yeah, boy.
You guys pack up everything. Gruick gets whatever belongings he had out on the fire and packs up after. Paul did not unpack. He was just kind of in the back of the cart. He came out, said good morning to everybody, and then just ate breakfast and went back into the back of the cart. You didn't feel any earthquakes or any kind of shaking today. But everybody heads out again for the last leg of your journey to the capital. Everybody make perception checks as you march not march forward, roll forward. Same thing, right? Grayson driving, Edna in front.
I like the
24.
scenery.
What was it?
24.
24, okay.
I rolled a 3.
It's 11.
Okay. Zaboon, or Grayson, what was yours? Oh no, is he mute?
I am muted.
Dude.
I was saying words. 18.
Helmet got him!
Oh no! Grayson's dead. Grayson and Zaboon, as you guys are just kind of rolling forward, both of you in the back of this carriage, you see a great view of behind you. but not so much ahead. Or no, Grayson, you're driving. Zaboon, you see a great view behind you, but not so much ahead. And you start to see that it looks like the clouds are darkening a little bit. You guys are about maybe 7 or 8 hours, depending on how many stops you've made to, go to the bathroom, take a break really quick, whatever. You guys are about 7 or 8 hours into this second leg of the journey. When you start to see, it looks like the clouds are starting to darken. It looks like it might start to become overcast soon. Grayson, you notice way off in the distance, like a few miles away, or actually a bunch of miles away, you can see the horizon begin to change. It's no longer like hilly landscapes. It looks like you're kind of leveling out into like pastures and field lands. And you can start to make out way off on the horizon what looks like very familiar to Arthur, if it were to be pointed out to him after his roll. What looks like a skyline.
Grayson's like squinting. I think I see it. Is that? Hey, Arthur. Is that the city? That little. Wow. That's big.
That is Talon Court. That is. We're almost there, guys. And then what?
I got no idea. Farfig, Newton, let's go. I want to get there. And I like.
Did you
the
name
horses a bit.
the horses?
Yeah.
I'm alive. Damn it.
Farfig and Newton?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. You hear Farfig and Newton, and as you are barreling down at a speedy 10 miles an hour, it takes you a good maybe 3 or 4 more hours of just driving, as you are constantly having to sometimes move over off the ground for more traffic that comes by. You are now being met with more carts that come by, more people that are kind of having to move out of your way. But you are gaining, closing in on the city itself. And at the end of the few hours that you are driving, the entire sky around you now at this point is overcast. You are close enough, all of you, to actually see the city. Oh no. To actually see the city that you're coming up on. Towering buildings and spires of jet black smoke grow from every inch of the skyline. Industry has very clearly taken over. The cobblestone streets that you're kind of coming up to before you hit the outer city are filled with tracks that don't look to be very obviously horse-drawn tracks. The architecture of some of these buildings that you're now passing after you pass the farmlands are I'd say Gothic in style, where it's very peaked roofs and dark colors, and a lot of it is tall, thin spires of buildings. The skyline that you saw very clearly is slowly starting to disappear into a cloud of gray and sometimes black smog and smoke. The entirety of the city is perpetually in some kind of overcast day. And it's very familiar to you, Arthur. Welcome to Talon Court.
Home sweet home.
This is much less attractive now that we are, within spitting distance. No offense.
Yeah, I don't really get see the city from this kind of angle, and I kind of agree with you. Not much.
I think it's mostly all the really ominous smoke that's everywhere.
Yeah, that's.
Is it usually like this?
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes there are clearer days, but mostly, yeah.
Yes. Big city, a lot of smoke.
Is it those new carts? I don't really care for those new carts.
Yes.
Gruick, as you guys like start making your way into actual streets and like residences start to be more and more common as you're passing them, and it's not just farmhouses. You're making your way through the streets of the outer city. You can see it looks like it goes on for miles outward toward the coast, and you can barely make out the coast as you're coming up to here through a lot of the smoke and smog. But the people around you they look like they're just fine. Everybody make perception checks. It doesn't look like, they're gaunt and dying. It's not like Barovia here.
Perception. Oof.
11.
I also
No.
rolled an 11.
15.
Net 1.
Ooh, Zaboon, you are in a very new place right now. So new that it's a little bit shocking. But everybody else, the people around you are lively enough. There are kids that run across your cart, and the horses kind of get a little bit startled and have to move. Oh God, burp. The people that are just kind of walking and doing their own thing wave to you and say hi, and it seems pretty nice. The people around here are not dressed very well. They don't seem to be very well off. This is definitely more of a, kind of slums area, if you will. Arthur, you start to notice an uptick from when you left. Remember leaving in Ashcore. They are, I wouldn't say every street corner, but there's a lot of them, and it seems like every now and then, people will, like, as you're kind of just rolling through, people will go up to them, start talking to them, and like kind of beckon them over, and they will follow, and they just disappear behind the streets, like into alleys or into homes. And you also notice something else, an uptick of something else. There are more and more posters on every street corner, on every building, on every shop front. Even some poles have posters of missing persons. Gruick, he starts like making his way to the front of the cart, like over everybody else. All right, well, I get you all here safely. So, where do you want me to drop off, and I head out?
Oh, I think we got an address for where we're gonna go.
Oh, all right, yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I
Yeah.
mean,
So I'll pull out the business card, the Athos Syndicate business card. Is there an address or building?
Yeah, there is. I'd say either you can make a survival check, or you can just make a perception check, or not persuasion check, to like ask around. Whichever one you want to do.
Well, I would ask Arthur first.
Okay.
Hey, do you know where this is?
Well, I know what it is.
Hey, where is this?
Arthur, you can make a survival check with advantage.
Big city.
Yeah, it is. It's huge.
Survival. You said with advantage?
Yeah.
13.
13. You do recognize. You don't recognize the exact address, but you do recognize the street that it's on. And the street that it's on, they said that they were part. It's weird for you to think back, because they said that they were part of the council, but the street that they're on is very obviously outside of the council district. It's actually part of where a lot of the city, like 1,000 years ago, was kind of small. It was still the capital, but it was a big walled-in city. And then ever since it started growing, they needed to, spread out. And that's where this whole outer portion, this whole outer district comes from. But you know for a fact that this street is like a block away from the wall itself that leads into the council district.
Yeah.
Or the council
I know the
ward.
street. But do you guys mind if we make one stop before we get there?
Doesn't bother me any.
no, by all means.
What?
All right. And I will start directing Grayson to my house.
Okay, you actually, since you are with the Ashen Court, you actually get a good homestead in the upper the council ward itself. It is I mean, it's the size of a huge city inside that self, and it's just surrounded by even more city. But you are inside the walls. And if Grayson just kind of follows the directions, you guys do show up, or you get up to the gate where people are let through or not let through. You recognize, you've never talked to them, Arthur, but you do recognize two of the guards that are stationed there. They notice that you're here. One of them like nudges the other one and points over, like just kind of motions over to you, and the other one looks and gives you a wave. They just step aside and let you guys go through the gate.
Appreciate it, folks. Thank you, guys.
Question for you, Rick.
Yeah.
As we're going through the city, do people seem like good, or like do things like seem like weird or tense with all these like missing persons posters and stuff?
You can make an insight
everybody
check.
generally pretty happy. Cool. 25. I switched my dice to the fuzzy pink ones that I have apparently, and those are better.
25. So it looks, there's a very distinct separation in people here. And when I say people, I really mean children and adults. So you definitely notice most of the children seem absolutely fine. They are playing in the streets like normal. They're some of them are very obviously being shitheads, and like you see one of them try to pickpocket somebody as they turn around and try to like smack them, and they run away giggling. But the people, like the adults here, the people who are, some of them that you actually see talking to some of the Ash Corps and then leading them in other directions, they don't seem somber or sad, but they do seem like they have something that is on their mind. And you actually do see some of them like posting up another poster and then going to a pile of other pieces of paper and going to the next street corner. It just kind of seems like, with a 25, it kind of seems like they've passed the part of I'm very depressed and going to look sad, and just kind of starting to try and manage that.
Arthur.
Yeah.
Is it normal for there to be like this many folk missing?
No, it's not.
Should we maybe ask these guard guys that to fill us in?
I can kind of do that for you.
Yeah.
Around when everything started, going crazy with magic, a lot of people went missing. I haven't told you guys yet, including my family.
But
they just vanished. No signs, just gone.
When was this?
Probably a week ago. That's why I left.
Actually, at this point, it would have been like a little over a month now.
Oh, a month ago. A little over a month ago. That's why I actually left Talon Court. I was searching for him. I thought I had a clue or a sign, but ran into you guys, so I guess it wasn't all too bad. Kind of why I wanted to head home, and I don't know, maybe they're just back waiting for me.
yeah.
I know the feeling all too well.
Yeah, that's why when I heard your story, I kind of, I get it.
Let's
Gruick just puts his three-pronged claw on your knee and looks up at you. I understand. It's hard.
Thanks, Drew. Appreciate it. It's been tough, but I've been getting by.
I guess we just press on to Arthur's house.
Okay. As you guys are continuing your drive through the council ward, it is very clear that the stature of people is different from outside the wall and inside the wall. Outside the wall, they look like, regular peasants. Some of them are, it doesn't look like, they're dirty and muck-filled and they have no money. They look like regular people. In here, they're dressed nicely, they're dressed finely. Everything is a lot cleaner. The streets are well paved and well taken care of.
There is
And-
no war outside the walls of Bossing Sanctuary.
Yeah. And the biggest thing you notice is that inside the wall, there are far less horses, but you still see as many carriages. Edna, you would have seen these before, and Grayson, you probably would have seen some of these, but Zaboon, I don't think you've ever seen one of these in your life, where they are just carriages that have no horses and drive by themselves, letting out a ton of black smoke from the back as they go.
Those are the carts that I was referring to.
Yeah.
Yes, they don't seem very pleasant.
No, but they seem to be the new thing.
It's a fad.
I hope it is.
But you guys do eventually make it to Arthur's home. Arthur, you are greeted with the same thing that you saw when you left, locked door or closed door. You live in like a row home kind of deal with like it's either guards or city officials, or this is like one of the places that you were assigned to live if you work here. It's a very nice living condition.
Kind of a little bit with a pep in my step. Get to the door, unlock it, and just hope. When I open the door, they're there.
You walk over, grab your key, unlock it, open the door. Still dark. Curtains are drawn. Nothing inside.
Sarah? Millie? Hello?
You guys hear him yell into the house. You guys don't hear anything back, Arthur. You just hear the echoes.
I'll just enter that, wait a second, close the door and lock it, and kind of head down, walk back to my new friends.
As you're walking back, you actually you see across the street from somebody else that you one of your neighbors. I for the life of me can't remember his name, but you also remember his wife had been missing. You notice that he's at the door, like kind of peeking out the door, and someone is like trying to push their way in with like kind of not like aggressively, but kind of like trying to talk to them and push their way in. And he all of you hear very loudly, no, it's fine, we're good. And you hear it slam as the person outside just kind of like, all right then.
You got weird neighbors.
Yeah, I actually don't recognize that. Hey, can I help you, buddy? You looking for something?
He begins to like walk down the large stoop, kind of like Brooklyn style stoop that everybody has around here, just kind of like making his way down, stops for somebody to cross paths with him, and everybody else just walking around just kind of ignores him. Sure, yeah. Sorry, you're dressed a little bit similarly to them. Could you help me? It's just a quick thing. I'm a journalist, you see. I'm trying to get in, I'm trying to do a little bit of a thing with the missing persons here, because if I could help, I want to help, but no one quite wants to let me talk to them.
Well, what are you asking?
Oh, just where they were was the last time they saw. I can't really get a good grip of everything, so I'm trying to focus hard on one thing. There's just so many, you know. Sorry, sorry. My name's Tig, by the way.
Hi, how you doing? Name's Arthur.
Arthur, good, very. Do I call you sir or commander?
Arthur's fine.
Arthur, fine. Yes, absolutely. So, I think you could maybe tell him to, just a little bit of a talking. It would really help.
I get what you're trying to do, but you gotta think. Loved ones are missing, and it's kind of tough to talk about it.
Right. No. Sorry. I understand that. But I want to be able to. And he looks over at the rest of you guys in the cart, and he just kind of like waves as he's talking. I want to be able to, find any kind of information I can.
How are you gonna go about that?
Well, if I could. People don't seem to really want to talk about it,
Yeah, it's a touchy subject.
Right.
Well-
What exactly are you trying to figure out? You don't mind me asking.
Oh,
Trying to find them?
well, maybe if we could find them, that'd be great. But mostly just what happened to them, why they disappeared, stuff like that. But if we could find them, then absolutely, that's front page stuff.
Are you in it for the story, or are you in it for
No,
actually
well, I mean,
good?
I'd like to make a career out of this, but mostly I'm in for it for the helping people. I'd like to be able to give someone information. So closure is really what I'm looking for, I guess.
All right, well, shoot. Ask away.
They closed the door. I couldn't really.
No, I'm talking to me. Ask me.
Ask you. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you affected by?
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead. Answer your question.
Well, I could, if you're willing to, we could go back to the to my office. Well, it's not my office. I'm sharing it temporarily with a different journalist who is letting me. But we could go back and I could type up whatever we could do that.
Actually, a little busy right now. I have to go meet some people.
Right. How's tomorrow morning? Are you free tomorrow morning?
We'll see. Where are you located? Where's your office?
We actually I work for I don't work for them yet. I'm trying to work for them, if you will. But the Daily Diviner is just a few. And as he says that name, you actually know exactly where it is. The Daily Diviner is probably one of the trashiest newspapers in town. But you know that they will hire anyone. And you know exactly where they are because they are one of the people who, or one of the newspapers that does this thing of making a big deal out of small things. And they will have criers on their corners every morning.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll contact you.
Right.
Well, just,
Perfect. Just ask for Tig.
Got you.
Mr. Dyke, Grayson.
Hi,
But
Grace.
could I ask you a quick question?
Absolutely, sure, yes.
Two things actually. One, do you have any leads on this? Are there any presiding theories?
Mostly just that, and if this coincides with your story, Mr. Arthur, mostly just that 50% or more of these disappearances leave no traces behind, and that's what's kind of making it difficult. So I'm trying to focus on one that left some traces.
Wait. You have information about someone missing? There was a trace or clue?
Yes. The one that I was trying to find before this case led to kind of a dead end. Well, mostly a dead end. Big claws and scratch marks across all the walls, but then I found out that it was just a direwolf attack that everyone knew about and that I had been out of the loop on.
Have I heard about this, Rick?
You haven't heard about this one.
Huh. I haven't heard about the dial.
Oh no, it was big. It was big news about a week or two ago.
All right. Well, the other thing I was gonna ask you, if you don't mind, have you heard anything about a group called the Aether Syndicate, or maybe one called the Cardinal Order? Have you run across any news on either of them? Kind of cock an eyebrow.
He thinks a little bit, and he actually goes into his vest pocket and pulls out a small notepad and starts flipping through. No, I don't have anything on either of those names. Are they competing groups of you look like one of those mercenary groups that always comes through.
And Grayson kind of looks at himself and looks at the others and be like, "Ah, shit, I guess we do."
Really like his scars, by the way. They're great.
Yeah. Bottles hurt. Anyway, well, thanks for the help, Ty.
And thank you for the potential interview.
Definitely. Hey, Arthur, I know we got other things to do first, but do you know where the cathedral is?
I do actually. I do.
Are we passing that on the way, or is that like the other side of the city, and I can just go tomorrow?
Rick, are we passing that on the way?
You would know that you're not passing it, but it's not like if the city was a circle, you're not like on the opposite side. You're in the district. You're just not in the, or you're in the ward. You're not in the district.
Um,
So it's like one neighborhood over.
We're not too far. It's a little ways, but not far.
all right. Because I was gonna, say that if we want to stop in on my personal business that I gotta attend to first, I might be able to, I don't know, see if the church has seen anything about this. Maybe, the loath as I am to say it, the church has a bad habit of just thing on its own without always filling in everybody on what's going on. Internal investigation, take care of our own flock.
As you
kinda
say
thing.
that, Tig is flipping through his notebook. Yeah, they don't talk about much.
If I may, perhaps we should go to the syndicate first. We do have two people with us who may not want to drug around.
That was my other thing. Well, listen, Artemis seemed incredibly nice, and I am all for trying to get Paul some help. But we have heard two incredibly conflicting stories on all of this, and I was trying to find maybe a source of a third opinion, maybe
Okay.
a more impartial.
But before you say anything else, actually, Tig, was it?
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much for your help, and our friend Arthur here will reach out tomorrow if he it feels up to doing so.
Absolutely.
So you have a great day.
Thank you. Yeah, and I will see you possibly, hopefully, tomorrow. As he puts his notebook away and like clicks his little pen again, puts it behind his ear, and starts walking back. But like about 20 feet away, he turns back and waves again and keeps walking.
Yep, so I'll be with you and all that.
Sorry about that. I just didn't want him to overhear. She did say it was a secret order, so I don't know. We should really speak about it in front of a reporter.
See, that's another thing. I'm not a big fan of secret orders. That feels shady.
Yeah, I agree with it.
Or maybe order wasn't the correct division? A secret division
Group.
of the government, I guess? I'm not sure.
Well, what are we doing? Are we going there first, or
Um,
are we gonna go to the?
If
I
you
mean, we
believe
could
that
also
the
check in
church
with
can
the
help-
Asher God. They might know something. I mean, maybe you have contacts in the Ash God, Ashmen. What is it?
The Ash Boys.
The Ash Boys. Ash
Yeah,
Court. Ash
the
Court.
Ashen Court. Okay, I mean, like if you want to go there, check in with headquarters. Maybe they know something. I don't know.
I could kind of split up.
I just want to do due diligence before we. Or it's just like, here, have this kid who needs help.
I kind of like that idea actually. I do have a contact. There's someone I can go talk to. All right, Rick, I'm going to go, I guess, to my head, whoever's above me.
Go to the Ashen Court precinct.
Yep.
You
Well,
would.
if you're gonna go now. It's up to you guys. Whatever we want to do. If
I
you
mean,
want-
I'm just driving. I don't know where I am.
if this gets us to get to Paul help faster, then I'm for it.
Are you good, Paul?
Having an earthquake dream in the middle of a large city, probably not very good.
As you ask back, Paul is just in kind of in the corner away from everybody else, and he's not fetal position or knees to his chest, but he is kind of, it looks like he's not breathing heavy, but trying to almost the way you breathe when you're trying not to throw up when you're really drunk.
I'm gonna lean in to Arthur. I don't know if maybe it's a little bit of a very private thing right now, but do you think maybe it'd be okay for us to leave Paul here at your place while we're about town. We can maybe have Gruick hang out here with him.
Yeah, actually, I was going to suggest you guys can all probably. It's a little small for all of us, but you know, if you guys want to stay here, my door's open. Come on, Paul, Gruick, I'll
Much
let you in.
appreciated.
Gruick hops down. Oh, this is where you we part ways then?
No, actually, I was gonna ask if you could hang out here with Paul to make sure he's good while we're out. As you can see, he's kind of in a state.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Pay you more.
I pay you. Oh, you pay more to come. Yeah,
Of course.
if you pay more, then yeah, sure. I watch this man here, and he gives him like a strong pat on the back, and Paul kind of like, okay, yeah, I watch Paul boy.
I'll switch to Draconic and say, you see, he's, as you can tell, he's a very frightened boy, and having someone as strong as you around would really help him.
He just says back in Draconic, yeah, he seems a little bit disturbed. Whatever is going on with him seems a little bit too much for him.
Exactly. We're gonna go around to a couple of different sources and hopefully find help for him.
And then end comedy. Okay, yeah, I watch boy.
Perfect. Thank you.
He just hops out of the wagon. This your house?
Yeah.
Oh, he's nice, very nice house. He's much bigger than mine. He just starts walking up the stoop.
I think you'll need the key first.
Oh, you have keys, fancy houses here too, yeah. Come, Paul, get key. We go inside, have nap. Paul just kind of like slumps out of the cart and like, okay. So you guys leave Paul and Gruick here?
Yeah.
Are there driveways for the carts?
No, it's like, it's very much a row home situation, like this whole block.
Yeah, I leave them as silvers so they can order pizza.
Okay.
I tell them not to let it, like, no friends over bed at 10.
Right.
They can rent a movie if they find something.
Yeah, but no adult movies.
Yeah, nothing R. PG-13. Parental locks are on.
Exactly.
I guess we're setting off to
Yeah,
different errands.
it looks like there are a couple of, I mean, you would know them as automobiles, just kind of sat in front of certain houses, but not a lot. There's like 4, maybe this entire block.
Yeah, I think, like, would it be, like, safe to just leave the cart kind of chilling here?
I mean, Arthur knows that it's not like a bad neighborhood.
More like, am I going to come back to, like, a bunch of parking tickets?
Probably not, no.
Okay.
Or is the places far away far enough away that we should take the cart to those places?
It's, if you were to walk, it would be like an hour and a half walk.
Oh, so maybe we should take the cart.
Okay. Yeah, we'll roll in the cart. So I guess the closer thing is probably going to be, like, the headquarters or garrison or whatever for the Ash Court, because like this is their like home district, right?
Yeah, they're like two or three neighborhoods over from where you guys are now.
Yeah, so like whatever's closer, we hit up first.
It would definitely take you, like, if you walked, it would definitely take you like 2-hour walk to get from where you are now to the address that you were given by Artemis. But like,
not that.
yeah, and then like maybe like a little over an hour, maybe an hour and a half if you take your time to get to the precinct.
Okay.
Is that the same direction of the holy place?
No, that would be the opposite direction.
Okay, alright. Guess we can go to the precinct.
You guys
Alright.
head toward the precinct
Yeah.
as you all start marching down the streets and the roads of the council ward, off towards the precinct. That's where we're gonna end it for the night. Congratulations, guys! You got to the capital in one piece. Really quick, Thanks, Ralph. You're the greatest for resubscribing. Thanks for the follow, Jen. And Tomato, I'm sorry that I didn't see that, but also that we're not doing the word ban thing for D&D, just because I don't want to stop the game and do things like, you know, thanks and stuff like that. But tomorrow's these word bans are back on. But yeah, that was. Would you guys have fun? Everybody have fun?
Yeah, I'm busy making notes though.
I mean,
oh, yeah, I've
good.
added like 2 pages to my notebook.
Guys, guess what? You level up
Oh boy!
because you got to the capital and you finished the storyline.
Oh shit.
I'm not gonna make you guys wait until you actually drop off, Paul. So, you level up.
Hell yeah. Oh,
So
now it's
excited.
time for the tough decision.
Level 3. Level 3.
What? I gotta roll health points.
Well, while you guys
Ooh,
do
that's-
that, I'm going to send it over to somebody else. So thank you guys for tuning in. Oh god, I hear my own voice. Thank you guys for coming and just chilling and hanging out and watching us be weird and play D&D. Same thing again next week. Do it again next week. But tomorrow's going to be a regular stream. We're going to draw Pokemon again tomorrow. Yay! Let's go over to Tom. We're going to raid Tom. He's doing game time. No, if I spelled his name right, then there we go. Everybody go over and say hi to Tom. He's playing Overwatch. Oh, he's doing Overwatch. That's a popular game. Go say hi to Tom. We're going to be back tomorrow at like 9, maybe 9:30 to draw Pokemon. And then back again Saturday for fucking D&D. You guys are amazing. Okay, bye-bye. I love you guys. Bye.
Goodbye.
There we go.
I don't know if I can do it again.
The rage stuff.